I am testing a new LinkedIn video strategy and I want to take you along with me for the ride. But first, little background. My new favorite social media account is a chocolate company called Midday Squares, and they have been mega successful by launching their entire business in public and sharing it on social media. They have a really engaged audience of raving fans, and they have leveraged their popularity to get their chocolate bars sold in major retailers like Target and Whole Foods and Costco. And this strategy isn't limited to direct-to-consumer products. B2B companies are doing it really well too. In fact, two of the companies that I use every single day on a day-by-day basis, Trello and ConvertKit, their founders have both been building in public and winning with that strategy since they started. And as I've been watching these companies and watching the audiences interact with them, I knew that I really wanted to do this strategy for myself. But the problem was that I really didn't know how to incorporate it into my strategy until now. Last week, I launched a new business. It's really a variation of my current service where I sit down with founders and remotely record all of their content for social, except now I'm sitting down with your clients, getting them to say great things about you and capturing those interviews as testimonials. Now, again, I have this idea in my mind that I want to launch testimonials on easy mode in public, but at first I want to weigh some of the pros and cons. So let's kind of talk through that. First off, the trust that you gain through transparency is unmatched. When you're vulnerable and not only do you share your wins, but you share your screw ups and failures, that really resonates with people because we're all human. We make mistakes, and then showing people how you're solving those mistakes only helps you to build that credibility and build that trust even further. And it also gives opportunities for them to get involved with you and provide feedback and even maybe get involved in some of the decisions of the company. They feel like they are part of your company. They feel bought into your company. Now, on the flip side of it, there are definitely some risks. First one being that your competitors are going to get to see everything that you're doing. But look, there's enough business to go around and people are going to choose you over your competitors because they just like you better. But then there's also the copycats. People want to steal your shit. They want to take your offer and they want to use it for themselves. But again, if your brand is really strong and people trust you and they like what you represent, then these copycats don't even matter. I've had plenty of people copy my services before, and it's never hurt my business. So look, my mind was pretty much made up before I went into the pros and cons, but I wanted to give them to you anyway. So now let's get into the execution. So the approach that I took in the first piece of content about this new business was to put out a huge goal. And the idea behind it was to get the audience engaged, get them rooting for me, and get them excited to see more. So I said that I wanted to do 150K in sales by the end of the year, so less than 90 days. I'm going to play the first video for you here so you can see exactly how we did it.
I challenged myself to make $150,000 in Q4 selling a brand new product with video and never leave the comforts of my own home.
Challenge accepted.
The idea came to me when my friends came and asked me to help them out with a video project recording some testimonials for their community. And we know that customer testimonials are the best way to build trust for you and your business, but those paragraphs, they just don't cut it. And that's why having these videos on your customer landing pages, socials, and websites goes so far in letting your future clients know how much your current customers love you. But the problem is that getting a testimonial from the client is like asking them to go get a root canal. And yeah, those automated testimonial apps, they're great, but people never know what to say and you end up never using them. And since I've already interviewed hundreds, if not thousands of people on video, I know how to make them comfortable and get the best possible responses that will help you to make more sales for your business. So if you want to see exactly how I'm going to do this, make sure you follow me for part 2.
Thanks, Ali. And now part 2.
All right, so not only was that post my top performing post as far as engagement and views and comments, but it also generated 5 leads. So the second video is designed to get the audience involved. I asked them a question with the hope of getting some feedback. Again, I'm going to play this video for you.
So 2 days ago, I challenged myself to make $150,000 in Q4 selling a brand new product, and I only have 75 days left, so I need customers fast. So since there's already money in my contacts, I sent out a bunch of emails introducing people to testimonials on easy mode. And after reaching out to 20 people, I got 5 responses. Plus, my post from the other day got interest from another 6 people. And the problem is that 8 people asked me for more information, and I don't really have it yet because this is a brand new product that I've never done before. So I whipped up a landing page in about 30 minutes, mapped out the info, and sent them to testimonialsoneasymode.com. Now, the next problem is that my first sales call is tomorrow, and I don't even know what to charge yet. I'm going to film the call to share how it goes, but you tell me what you think it's worth. And don't forget to follow your boy to figure out what happens next in part 3. See ya.
All right, so the question worked really well. I got a bunch of responses, and some of them were really valuable and did help to determine the final pricing that I put out there for the product. Plus, that post also generated another 3 leads. So all in all, that comes to 8 leads and a closed sale from 2 social posts. I would say that's a pretty good start to this experiment. All right, now, if you're gonna try out this building in public strategy, here's a couple of things to keep in mind as you execute on it. First off, it's up to you how much you wanna share. Now, obviously, the more vulnerable, the better, but if things aren't going well and you don't feel like talking, then just don't. You could also pick and choose what you want to say on different channels. So for example, I am doing weekly updates on my newsletter, on LinkedIn, and here on my YouTube channel. But for anyone who wants to take it a little bit level deeper and follow along with the day-to-day of what's happening, they can go to my Instagram stories or they can go to my TikTok. And really the beauty of it is that it's your business and you could do whatever the hell you want. So if you want to follow along with me and how I'm building my business in public, you know what to do.